Hi everyone, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today I'm going to be doing Toga from My Hero Academia. So it's portrait as usual, and we'll start with her right eye just up here. So we're going to start with the top eyelid and we're going to curve it just across this way, just to there. And she has big eyelashes, so you just got to make this thicker and add some eyelashes as you go, pointy, and then color that in dark. And then this will come down, diagonal down like this. And then we'll have a bottom eyelid just coming across here like this. So they're box kind of like eyes, sort of square. She's kind of got that evil smile, so it's pushing up her cheek, so it's not round, it's kind of straight across. And then there's some lines just underneath this, just underneath that eyelid. Inside there we have an iris, so we have just curved line like this, and another one on this side. And then she has those cat-like eyes in there as well. It's just a line, kind of like that. We have a line for her just above her eyelid, her eyelashes, just here, above her eyelashes. And then another one above that again. So it's a straight line there. And then this comes across like that. So this is like a bump for her eyelid. And it comes across just like that. Then we're going to come over to the other side and do pretty much the same thing over here. Just make this a little bit longer. So it's about an eye distance again. So about from here over, that's where we're going to start. And then this is going to curve across here again. So we'll curve it across like so, and then we'll make it thicker and add some spiky eyelashes on it as well. So you're just coming across and then adding every now and then just a little stick up spike. Just to there, and then we'll do the side of it, comes down again. So we have the eyelashes here, and then we're going to come down. It doesn't have to be exactly like this, you could do it sort of more square, more round. She's kind of an evil looking character, so if her eyes, both of her eyes are slightly different from one another, it'll make her look a bit more creepy and stuff. So this comes down like that, and then come across the bottom there like that. And then again we have another iris inside there. Two lines, curvy. So normally they would touch, but in the My Hero Academia style, I think they're separate in what I can see anyway. They don't touch the bottom eyelids. And then we have the cat eye inside there. Like so. Then some lines again underneath her eyes to show just a dark patch kind of that she has underneath her eyes. Gives her more of that evil look. Then we have a line above there again for her eyelid. And then another one just like this over here. Up and across like that. Now, so her nose, very simple. Just a little tiny little line like this. Right in the middle. Not too far down. And then her mouth is open and she has her fangs and all that inside. So we'll come down and we'll do a curved line, just a normal curved line, so that it starts underneath this eye. So see this eye, you'll come down to there, and we're going to curve it around to the other, right underneath the other eye as well. So it's going to curve this way. And then we're going to do it with our mouth open, so it's going to curve around each side. So we're going to do a curve line like so, and then the same over here. And then we're going to join these together. So we'll go across here and up. So her mouth is open, and then she has teeth and fangs, sort of vampire-like fangs. So we'll start this side, and we'll come across, and we have a tooth that comes down, and then it spikes up, and then we have the big fang. So we come across, down, up, and then a big spike down like that. And then this will come back up. So that's one fang. And see, I don't really go much further than her eye with that one. And then this will come across now. And we'll have a little fang here. And then the big fang coming back up under there. And you'll see that one's underneath the edge of her eye there as well. See the way it lines up with the edge of her eye. And then we have the next one, just goes back in there. Then our bottom teeth, easier than the top ones, there's less we can see. So we spike up and down, then a little one up, down, and then we'll go across. Small little spike, and then a bigger one, just there. And of course, in there is all black. Now, so the bottom of her face, her chin, is covered by this big collar with teeth that she has on, part of her costume. So you're just going to draw a line that curves just from here all the way over. So it goes past her eyes on both sides. So one starts here, and then we're going to end it over there. So we're just going to curve this all the way across, touches her lip there, and then comes across there, right? So that's her big collar. And then we'll do the side of her face. So this comes up from the collar there. So this is like her jawline. And then this comes up to the side of her head, all the way up to her hair. So her hair is going to start here. And it's pretty much the same over here. So we'll curve it up that way. And then she has two hair spikes that come down here, covering her ears. So we have a little one just here inside, and then this big one that comes down from her head. So one like that, and then another line beside that one, coming back up a bit further. And then we'll do the other one over here. So it's pretty much, we can see just the big one. So a big line, like so, curves up her head like that. And she has a big fringe here. But we'll do this first. So curving up along. Like so. And then she has two more that come down beside her eyes, and then we go across. So we'll come in towards the eye first, same over here, in towards the eye, and then this will come up past the eye, and this one as well will come up past the eye, and then we'll start to travel across her head. So we'll bring this one up maybe a bit more, and then travel with our marker across the head. Every now and then we'll do hairlines coming up like this, and we'll go all the way across her forehead, and then we go up a little bit every now and then. One there, go across, bring it up, coming all the way down to this side. So that's like a fringe. Now, so the back part of her hair just comes around that. So coming out from her ear on this side, so we need to draw a line for her ear. So we just curve a line there, and then her earlobe, And we can just see the earlobe here on this side, and then tiny little bit of it on this side, just in here. The rest is covered by hair, and some lines for ear bones and stuff. You can barely see them, just in there, covered by hair. So then her head comes around like this. So we're going to curve it all around. Comes up around to, that's the middle of her head, just there. So it's going to curve up to here. And it can be bumpy because it's her hair as well. And then it's going to come up from this side as well. So like from the ear, the same way. It's going to come up, around, all the way into there. And then we have lines for hair all in there. So we have one here. So just curving, following the shape for her head. Just getting the general shape. You can add as many of these as you want to make it as hairy as you'd like, or as detailed as you like, or you could just leave it like that. And we'll just add some on the sides coming in. So these ones come diagonal in towards her head. So keep coming in. So these ones come in towards her face this way, and then on this side they'll come this direction because the hair is tied a certain way, where the direction of the hair is growing is the opposite to this side. I hope that makes sense. And then here, maybe some more just on this side. Now, so then she has a sort of hair tied on the side of her head in buns, but all the hair is like sticking out of them. So what you'll do, we'll start over here and we'll just do some hair spikes like so. So one spike and then up, spike that way. And then another one there. And then another one here. So it's like crazy. It's like going all over the place. So it's like totally random. So some hairlines in there. And then we have some coming off this way and some coming out down this way. So coming out, spiking down. Goes off my page just here. Another one spiking down there. Kind of looks like blades of grass or something. Hairline. And there's some in between. Going behind. Another one maybe in there. And then there's some small ones in between. So like one here. And one there. And then there's a bun. So you have growing this way, growing down this way. And then there's a round tied up part of her hair just here. Like that. And it goes back into her head in there. And then you have lines for hair on that. And this has some hair sticking out as well. So lots of hair on this character. And spiking out. Sticking out here. there, random sort of lines coming out like that. And maybe a big one sticking up here. There. You could do some finer hairlines if you wanted. And then we come over and we'll do the same thing over here. So again, like this, we have a group of hair sticking up here and a group of hair sticking down there with the bun in the middle. So spike it up this way. One spike, another one. You could do this your own way once you get the general shape of the hair. So sticking up kind of like a bunch of grass. And then we have the group that comes down, so like this. So travel down, curve down now. So one like so. Another one coming down beside it. A couple more. Maybe some smaller ones, some finer ones. And then she has, like that, the bun, the tied up portion, sort of here, curving around like that. And there's another spike just here. And then you add some lines for the curving of that hair just here. And then you'll have one or two pieces of hair sticking out of that. So it really gives her that crazy sort of look, which suits her character a lot. Because she's nuts. Okay, so what's next? Right, so she has a hand. She has two hands, but we can only see one. And it's just coming up towards her mouth. It's kind of in a fist-like shape. So we'll deal with the hand first because the hand is in front of the rest of her body. So it's just underneath, so right down underneath her ear, right? That's where her finger and her thumb meet, right? So we have her index finger. You should always take time with hands because when they look wrong, they look really weird. So take it slow. So we start just underneath this piece of hair that's over that ear. So it curves this way first. And then we have the top of her index finger just there. And then her thumb comes out this way. So you have a V shape with a tick at the end. And then her thumb will come around and come down to here. And then we see her sleeve of her jumper. Of her sweater, jumper. Irish people call them jumpers. So index finger, and we come down. And then this will bump around to her other three fingers. So we knuckles of them. One there. Two. And three. Yeah, so you just see a little line there for her finger, and then the bit that comes down beside her thumb. And then we have the line for the rest of her clothing, just across here, the sleeve. And then this will go diagonal this way. And then down off my page. And then this will go diagonal that way. And there's some lines just on the end of this just to show that it's a certain type. And now we can deal with the rest of her collar and the rest of her costume. So that line we did for a collar curves down both sides here. One. This will come back behind her thumb, just there. And then there's all these teeth that come across. So we'll just draw in, first we'll do the rest of the collar and then we'll deal with the teeth inside. So this is going to come down. We have a bump for the collar there. And then another one that comes down this way. So it's like folded. And then this will come down from here, diagonal, underneath the middle of her face to here. And then it'll start traveling back up to there. And now those teeth inside. So we'll just deal with them one by one. So we have one big sharp one there. So it's like a hook. So this is behind the next tooth. So then you just do curving like that. And then this will spike back up and then back into here. And there's just a little line just to show that it's a bumpy kind of tooth there. Then another one here. So the next tooth again, these aren't sharp teeth. So we have a small one under there and then a bigger one that's just a flat box, but it comes diagonal this way to there. And then comes down. This is the line for the start of the next one. Go up, the top of the gum, tooth, curving, and then the start of the next tooth. Same again, up, down, so that sort of shape, and then straight down, and then back around to here. Next tooth going the other direction now, so up this way. Mirroring this one, back there, down the side, and back in to that. And then we'll go across this way, up, down, bring it all the way around to touch that one. And then the next one, up, down. And then this one will actually touch this fang that's over on this side. So it's like a big one here. So a big spike. Comes down behind her hand. And then the next one as well, like that one. Big spike down behind her thumb. And we have some lines on that to show that it's a big tooth. And then the last one, spike up, spike down. Down behind her thumb. Now, so there's some bottom teeth as well. So it's pretty similar. They're just smaller, pretty similar to the top ones. So you just come down, come up. So you could bring them all the way around, or you could do them one at a time. So we'll go one at a time just to make it easier. Next tooth then touches that one, comes down and around. Next tooth again, touches the top one there, comes down, we have a V, and then another V, just like so. Like this, curving, one here, and we actually missed one bottom of a tooth up here, and then join those together there. Then we have just some fold lines for her collar here. And then we're nearly there. She's quite a complicated character, this one, actually. There's a lot to her. It's probably a long video. So, right, her shoulder comes out. Shoulder comes down. And then she has another line that comes down diagonal and then comes back up to her hand. And then she has a different color sort of here. 1, 2, and a third line. And then these ones will go this side now. 1, 2, 3. 3 lines. So that's all black and they're white, depending on if you're coloring or drawing manga style. There's some fold lines for clothes just here. And then her shoulder over this side, so we can just see some more of that collar just here. And then her shoulder comes down like this side. Little bump for a fold. Comes down to here, underneath her hand. And then her shoulder goes off the page. And the last thing we have to do, you could finish like that if you wanted, but she has like the blood vials that are part of her costume just here. So easiest way to do that is, so there's 3 and 3, they go down in a line. So there's like 3, okay, there's 3 circles. 1, they go down in a line together. 2 and 3. And then there's like, we have a dot inside. And then to make them 3D, you just add a little curved line there. Now, so they have a round top. So they have a round curving section like this on the top of them. And the next one underneath that one. To there. Ooh. And then another one. Like so. And then they've a rim. So it's like curving, curving, curve all the way around to there. And they're doubled up, so there's a line inside as well. 1, 2, 3. And then a line in the middle, going diagonal between them all. And one on the bottom, like that. And then this goes back then behind her head. So 1, and there's another curved line there with a rim on it, and goes all the way back towards the back of her head. So it kind of goes that way, a line in there. Right, and then you have 3 over here as well. So 1, 2, 3. Dots in the middle. And then like an extra curvature shadow sort of line here on them. And then we'll curve it around, jump over her hair, bring it down just beside her hair there, curve it back up into there. here. Curving this way. And then we do another one. And then they're pretty much the same as these ones over here. So we have there's like those lines going this way. And then those rims that are on them. So just like an extra section. Like that. Another one here. And then another one kind of here. Fair play to anyone who's got this far with it. It's longer than I thought. She's harder than I thought. There's a lot to her costume. And this one goes behind her head. So it's like, yeah, that's her ear. And then there's like a bolt, I think, or something there. Behind her mask. And then there's tubes coming out. So these will just go off my page. They're just these tubes, I think. Or it's the rest of her hair. No, they're tubes. Going this way. And boom. And very last thing, she's blushing on her face. So, manga style. Just some hatching. Kind of like that. Okay. Toga. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.